Hey guys, welcome back to Madhu's Tech World. Today, we are going to see how an atom is formed, as it says in the title itself. So let's get started. So, all the things we need are over here. So the first thing we need is a proton, 2, neutron, 3, nucleus, 4, quarks. We need the up quark and the down quark. And finally, the electron. So now here comes the example of a whole atom. So this is the whole atom. So I'll be showing you each and every part, and I'll show you what they're made of, and yeah. So this is a more detailed part of this section in the center of the atom. So atoms are the basic fundamental building blocks of life on Earth. So they're the starters of the whole world. Even the gases that made up Earth and rocks are made of atoms. So, first of all, let's start off with protons. Here are a few images to help you visualize how this proton is. So protons are particles which are basically positively charged, and they're mostly made of the up quarks, as we said in the beginning of this video. And they have less down quarks because positive basically means up. Like if you're thinking in the perspective of up and down, positive would mean up and negative would be down. So there are more up quarks in protons because they have a positive charge, and less down quarks because, positive. And just like how a positively charged magnet attracts a negatively charged magnet, the proton attracts electrons from the outside of the nucleus. And because protons attract electrons, but the protons are inside the nucleus. So the electrons will orbit the nucleus only, not those protons. Did you know if there are the same number of protons and electrons in an atom, the atom turns into a neutral atom. Neutral basically means with no charge. So this one has a similarity with neutrality. Neutrons. Here are some pictures. So neutrons are other particles. They're big and heavy, like protons. They are neutrally charged, which basically means no charged, as we said in the previous slide. And that's basically in their name as well. Neutrons. So they're mostly made up of down quarks because neutrons, they don't have a charge, so they're down. But protons actually have a positive charge, so they have more up quarks. So here's another picture of the whole atom. So there are these blue spots inside the atom, or inside the nucleus in the middle here. So these blue spots, these yellow ones are the protons, but these ones are the neutrons. So next one is the nucleus itself. So the plural for nucleus is nuclei. So you can see here, it replaces US with an I. So here the nucleus is red. A nucleus is basically a hard, dense core in the center of the atom. You can see here. And to have a inside look of the nucleus here, So all of the protons and neutrons are inside the nucleus, as it shows over here. So this is basically a copy from the big example we had in the first slide of this presentation. So it basically holds all of the protons and neutrons, but the electrons orbit this. So they're like outside, just like our planets and the sun. They orbit. So if you were thinking the nucleus as the sun, and the Earth and all those other planets as the electrons, they would be the perfect scale. So like think of how this atom looks like. So this is a red circle. I just put it as red. You can put it any color. Yeah, let's go to the next slide. So now we're gonna do electrons, which is our final one. I like electrons. So this is an electron. It's negatively charged as it shows on the top of the electron. So an electron, just like a quark, is a very small particle. So quarks are very small. They make up neutrons and protons, and that's how small a electron is. Well, teensy weensy small. So those small particles are called fundamental particles, and the electrons, as we said in the beginning, are attracted to the magnetic pull from the protons. So they that orbiting occurs. So they orbit around the nucleus because these protons are inside the nucleus. And the number of electrons there are is the atomic number of each element in the periodic table. It says here. And because this electron is orbiting this nucleus so fast, its trail becomes very long, and the electron itself almost touches its trail. It's like very close to touch its trail. That's how fast it's moving around. And the last, did you know of this? Did you know atoms can be turned into ions by taking away or adding electrons from a neutral atom? So neutral atoms are basically where there are electrons and protons in a same atom, as we said in our first did you know? So they can be turned into ions. So ions are basically when neutral atoms, so like if a electron is taken away or added to the neutral atom, then it turns into an ion. So that's my presentation on how a atom is formed, guys, and thank you very much. See ya in the next video. Subscribe, like, and share this video to other friends if they like science as well. So, see ya.